Hey guys, Lori the Frugal Mom here. It is actually the middle of the night, and you might be wondering why I'm making this video now. It's because I don't want to forget to give you guys an update. So, I'm just going to eye drop myself. For those of you who know, I have dry eyes. I'm starting to feel like I've got grains of sand in there. So, I actually fell asleep on the couch for a little bit because today was a long day. So for those of you who know, my sister has been dealing with some health issues. She's been having some extreme pain in her lower back, on the left side, her hip, and her left leg. She's having like sciatica-like pains and sharp pains in her calf and her foot, and she's been in a lot of pain for about 6 weeks. And we've been taking her to all kinds of doctor's appointments, getting all sorts of tests, and trying all sorts of medication to alleviate her pain. And when we went today to see, well, let me back up. On Monday, she had an epidural cortisone injection in the part of her spine where the nerve damage, well, it's not nerve damage. Let me back up a little bit more. So last week, we went to go see the first pain management specialist, and he did a nerve conduction study, and that was to try to find where her pinched nerve was. And she had had an MRI the week before, so he found where the pinched nerves were. She also has a herniated disc, which is almost out of the space that it should be in. Kind of scary, right? So, he suggested a cortisone injection, an epidural type injection it is, in that area. So, by doing that nerve conduction study, he was able to narrow down where exactly the damage is, which is good. So she had that epidural on Monday. It could take anywhere from 2 days to 2 to 3 weeks for it to kick in. So today she went back to see the pain management doctor, and she needed to get a more in-depth ultrasound of her left calf. And what that showed was venous insufficiency in 2 veins in her left calf. Everything was fine in the other leg. So she's going to have some venous ablation to take care of those 2 veins, basically cauterize them to close them off. It's affecting the blood flow, and that's probably causing that feeling of heaviness in her legs. This could be attributed to a lot of different factors. I mean, mostly my sister hasn't been very active in the last 3 to 4 years, and she is older. She never really smoked or anything like that, and she's not particularly heavy. There has been times in her life where she has been, not very often or for very long, but she is almost 68, so let's take that into account. And I'm sorry guys, my eyes still dry. So she has to have each vein done on a separate occasion. But we're going to wait a couple weeks to do that, because after she has that procedure done, each time she has to walk around for a while. And right now, she's in so much pain, she's at plus 10 on the pain scale, that she's not even able to do that. In fact, whenever she tries to lay flat, it causes her excruciating pain, to the fact that she's in tears and it makes her nauseous from the pain level. So we were also told today that, let me move these out of here, that there's a chance that the epidural injection might not work. We could try another one in 3 weeks. But if it doesn't work, she could need spinal surgery. So that's concerning, of course. I don't like to see her in pain. I don't like to see her cry. It's upsetting. I would do anything to take it away from her. It's hard to see the ones that you love go through something like that. I know that some of you have been there with loved ones, and I've been there before too. I think we all have, right? So, yeah, so that's what we're looking at, and she's got to have her orthotics made. We have an appointment for that in 2 weeks. Each specialty has a different doctor. She's going to be going to the chiropractor and physical therapy 3 times a week. And today, the chiropractor met with us. We attempted to have her lay on her stomach for an adjustment, but she just wasn't able to do it. And she started crying again. So he just had her sit up, and he did some manual massaging of that area of her back, the lower left. And he also used a handheld massager. And then she went to PT for a little bit, and she was given 3 exercises that will help her with her mobility. He didn't want to give her anything too outrageous, just some starting exercises, and I have the printout and all of that, so we can get her going at home. And like I said, I just feel really bad. I wish that there was something more that I could do. I am concerned about how we're going to afford all these co-pays. I just wish that healthcare was better. It really shouldn't be a concern. Do you get the care that you need? Or, do you just forgo it because you're not going to be able to afford it? So, all I can do is the best that I can. Cut out all the fat from our budget, which, there's not too much fat. It's pretty lean. And just pay them when I can monthly, right? I'm not going to let her suffer. And they do get payments from Medicare, and I'm hoping that Medicaid extra help comes through soon. So I just wanted to give you guys an update about my sister. I thank all of you for your prayers and the well wishes for her recovery, and I ask all of my prayer warriors to please continue sending her prayers and good vibes. She sure could use them. She appreciates them as well. I tell her, when everybody makes comments, especially those of you who I've become close with, the prayers never hurt a thing. So with that, I am going to go crawl in bed. Well, after I brush my teeth. I hope that all of you are well, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. And as always, I'm sending love from New Jersey. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.